Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Working Trader, where we look at the EURUSD and GBPUSD and come up with trade ideas for the day, if there are any. So let's look at Forex Factory, and today is a Tuesday, and we do not have any high impact news. So let's jump straight to the charts, and starting with EU, this is what we have. So we do see that EU is bearish on the daily. And then it was in this pullback phase, okay, and then we did sweep these highs, and then after sweeping those highs we had dodgy indecision candles, and then yesterday price did close bearish, and right now it looks like it may want to continue to drop. Now we do have this imbalance, okay, we do have this imbalance that may need to be filled. So that means it's possible that price could drop either to this area or to this area, at least. Okay, so those would be, from a higher time frame perspective, that's what I can see possibly going to happen. So let's jump onto the 4H. Let's jump onto the 4H. So 4H, our swing is bearish, and then our internal is bullish, as we know that this is a pullback phase that we're in. Okay, now the pullback could be complete in the sense that we have mitigated this this whole range right there. Okay, and then price might be ready to just go on, continue to make a lower low from this point onwards. However, we don't know, so we just work with what we are seeing in the current time. So let's look at the 15-minute for details of what we can expect for the day. So we do understand that our swing range, okay, this is the last swing break of structure, which is bullish, and then we've been having all these internal structures where we did, this was kind of our last major swing bearish structure, swing bullish internal structure, which was bullish, and then we did make a high, and then we've broken lower, and then now we start to see price is sort of pulling back again within this range. So within this smaller internal range, okay, we can see that price is starting to push lower, and now we do have all of this imbalance, okay, that may need to be filled, and then this is the decision out that led to the break of structure. So it is possible that price could continue to drop until it mitigates this area. Okay, so in terms of what we can expect for the day, so really there's not much structure to work with. There's not much structure to work with. So whilst it's possible the price could drop all the way to that decision at the bottom, it may still react in the middle of nowhere. Okay, it's of course unlikely, but it can still happen. So but what I'll be looking for really, because right now there's not even structure to work with. Okay, we did sweep this low, we've taken these highs, so right now there's no structure to work with. Okay, the only thing that I can anticipate is that price will drop, okay, or is more likely going to drop. Now whether it will push up first, maybe sweep these highs, and then drop, or from this point, yeah, just push higher, we don't know. Okay, because we could also look at it from his point of view that all of this is like liquidity that can be taken. Okay, so as of now, there's no structure to work with on EU, so it's just it's probably just a day where you just wait and let's see how the London session develops. Okay, see how the London session develops. So in the meantime, maybe I'll just mark out maybe this high at the very least. And just mark these two highs. If anything happens to them, then maybe looking for shorts. But as it stands, it's just a waiting game now. It's just a waiting game. Okay. All right. So let's look at GU. Let's look at GU starting on the daily. So GU has a similar story to EU. GU is bullish on the daily time frame, and then this is our last push that we had, breaking those highs. However, we can see that price after breaking has been hesitating, so now it looks like we are coming back inside the range. And here's an area where price could possibly reach if it decides to pull back. So let me just mark it out. Let me just mark the zone on the 4 hour. It's on the daily. Okay, let's mark this daily zone just like that. All right, so let's go on the 4 hour. So our 4 hour swing is bullish. Our internal is also bullish. All right. However, after break of structure, we expect some kind of pullback, and this is possibly what we are seeing right now. So these are possible areas on the 4 hour where price could react. Okay, and then of course this ultimately on the daily is where price could reach. So let's zoom in for details and see what we can expect for the day. So on the 15-minute, our swing structure is bullish, and then we can see all of our substructures where price has been pushing up, okay, and breaking structure to the upside. And then now within this range, we could say, okay, this could be the first sign of weakness where we have this break to the downside. However, we haven't had a follow through to break this low again. Okay, it's likely going to happen. Okay, it's likely going to happen. So my expectation though would be that right now we are taking these lows. Okay, so if these lows go right now, it's 9 minutes to 7, so it's before London Open. It's an hour early before London Open. So if this continues to drop, all right, before 7:30, okay, taking this low out, then I would think that it's likely going to continue, and then maybe we might expect to see what happens when price reaches this area. Okay, or this area, because now we have all these lows that are stacked together, and this is easily a trend line that price could just continue to drop, okay, and take out. Okay, so that's a possibility. It's also likely that price could still maybe take this out and then push a bit higher. Okay, push a bit higher. Now where to? I don't see much structure to work with. Now ideally I would want to see price sweep any of these highs, okay, and then if that happens, then definitely we'll be looking for shorts. Okay, we'll be looking for shorts. But as it stands now, depending on how these lows are taken or when these lows are taken out, okay, if price hangs around and then comes and then takes these out, during London key time window, then I may be expecting price to push higher. Okay, so right now it's just a waiting game and seeing how price develops, and then we see how the structure looks as well. Okay, so I hope that helps. If you do like this material, please don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment letting me know how you are also using it in your own trading and how you're finding value with it. Otherwise, have a great day, and Working Trader out.